Fun to work with you. I hope everything that we did will help you score better, start the ball in line a little bit better, and just hit that little fade. Okay, so I'm just going to go over what we saw in the data, what we saw in the video, and everything. So we know based on the TrackMan's number, you have a very good control of your path, your swing direction, and your face. Just sometimes your ball starts right at the target and leaks too much to the right. And my suggestion is because of the swing plane being a little too vertical and the low point being too ahead of the ball. Okay, that happened for a few reasons. I'm just going to explain here on the 3D. First, we're going to go over the data. Okay, and the main things that we saw was at address, the right hip is slightly a touch high, okay, and the bend from the hips is a little bit flat. Then at the top of the swing, the main thing that we saw was not enough rotation in the pelvis, only rotating 34 degrees, and keeping the pelvis bending 14. So rotating very flat. I wouldn't do, as I mentioned before, I wouldn't pay attention. I wouldn't pay attention to anything in the backswing because you do matchups very well. You do the compensations very well. The only thing that I will pay attention to is in the transition at impact, making sure the upper body and the lower body doesn't thrust towards the ball. What do I mean by that? Let me go back to here. Okay. What I mean by that is at address, you see these two yellow lines, okay? Let me change the color here for a second. At the top of the swing, you want to make sure your body stays behind those lines, okay? The upper body stays behind that line and the pelvis stays touching that line. What you do is you actually go this way in the transition, which is what gets you in trouble, okay? So if we see at the top of the swing, you thrust a little bit, we see the numbers on red, you see how you get away from that yellow line with the pelvis, and then coming down, you do it again, and at impact, you're away from that yellow line, okay? If we that's why we did the drill that we did. That's why my recommendation is only concentrate on the transition, okay? If we see it on the video, let me just go here. We talk about the good matchups that you do in the backswing. I wouldn't touch anything. The only thing that I would recommend, as we mentioned before, to improve the low point of the swing not being so far ahead and improving the vertical swing plane, it'll be watch the thrust, getting that ball position a touch back, and then use your lower body a little bit better. What I mean by that, here we're gonna see how in transition those knees stay two together and actually kind of collapse, especially the right one kicks in a little too much. There's not enough space